Isa ka ba sa mga tao na mababa o negatibo ang tingin sa sarili nila? Na kapag may nakita kang mas gwapo, mas maganda o mas matalino, pakiramdam mo, sobrang baba mo. Isa ka ba sa mga tao na laging kinukumpara ang mga kakayahan mo sa kakayahan ng iba na nagdudulot para sa'yo na mas maging mababa ang self-esteem? For today's video, we will be talking about self-esteem and confidence because those are two of the most important things that we have to have para naman we don't miss out on things that happen or that will happen in our lives. A lot of people know me as someone who is very confident and very expressive with the thoughts and feelings I have in mind. But what they do not know is that nakaranas din naman ako ng stages wherein I feel lower than anyone else. When I was younger, especially nung high school, I do not really express myself that much because I feel like I'm just an average student, and whenever I try to speak, baka pagtawanan lang ako o baka lahat ng sasabihin ko ay mali. Because I know there are a lot of people who are better than me, who are way smarter than me. And by that time, I just felt like I could have done so much better when I was younger if I was this confident before. Sayang lang kasi pakiramdam ko my low self-esteem hindered me from doing things I love or I could have been acing at by that time. Pero okay lang yon because lahat naman tayo dumadaan sa proseso. What's important is that we open up ourselves to the fact that we can still improve on this certain aspect of our life. Ito lagi ko sinasabi sa mga classmates ko nung high school or ngayong college that it's very important that you try to express yourself kahit gaano ka nahihiya. Pero tandaan natin, para sa mga taong ganito, hindi naman ganong kadali dahil you have a lot of inhibitions, you have a lot of thoughts that clouds up your mind whenever you try to speak, whenever you try to present yourself. Kasi ito nga society natin, we grew here knowing that there are a lot of people who shame those who are not good looking, those who are not very matalino, those who are not stylish and everything. And that causes lower self-esteem. Hindi natin na-express o nakikilala ang sarili natin. And with that, as a leader, as someone who wants to influence people to become better, I am here to share some tips that I learned from a book that was given to me by my precious teacher last year, I guess, from Ma'am Abby. This is entitled Pass or Fail, Paano Maging the Best Youth Ever by Mr. Ronald Molmisa. So this is the book. One of the things that I want to share with you is how to develop a healthy self-esteem. Una natin pag-usapan, bakit ba may mga tao na mababa ang self-esteem? Base dito po sa libro na gusto kong i-share sa inyo, The Physical and Intellectual Disability. Maraming tao ang tingin sa kanilang sarili ay mababa sila dahil meron silang mga hindi kayang gawin o ang kanilang itsura hindi katulad ng itsura ng iba, yung sinasabi natin na conventional beauty. So marami sa ating hindi karamihan sa mga tao ay feeling nila hindi sila nag-fit in sa maputi, makinis, matangos ang ilong, matangkad. So that is their main concern. Meron din naman mga estudyante, especially yung mga estudyante, pakiramdam nila hindi nila kaya makipagsabayan, where in fact they can actually, but they just don't open up themselves to that chance or to that opportunity. Another thing, yung negative and traumatic experiences, kasi sometimes what we experienced before, natatakot na tayo na mangyari ulit sa atin. Pangatlo, guilt feelings, because in the past we could have done something na feeling natin masama, guilty tayo kaya ayaw na nating gumawa ng mga bago pang bagay, and we are stuck on apologizing on some things. If you want to change your life for the better, you must change your mindset. Believe in the voice of truth. If the word of God tells you that you are forgiven, then you are forgiven. So what else hinders you from doing such things? Your mistakes are already forgiven. So move on and do better next time. Now, here are some of the tips, personal tips, and the tips that I got here from the book that I can share with you in order for you to have better self-esteem and confidence. I know that being optimistic is something that is really hard to choose dahil marami naman tayong pinagdadaanan sa buhay and we can't always stay optimistic or positive sa mga bagay-bagay. You know, ako personally, when there are things that are happening around me, I can't assure you that I will always be positive about it because we have we have different coping mechanisms, and I understand that some of us can't always choose being positive, but it's very important. You know, being positive doesn't always mean that you have to be positive in the middle of something that's very tragic or magulo na nangyayari sa buhay mo. What you need to remember is that there are things that you have to go through, and kumbaga, pagkatapos ng isang problema, tandaan mo lang na meron namang mga magagandang bagay na darating sa buhay mo, and that is how you become positive. Wag perfectionist. So it's very important na you don't take matters in your own hands. Ang tendency sa atin, pag naging perfectionist tayo, we just over-magnify the mistakes, ano ba yung mga mali sa ginagawa natin, at ang epekto nun sa atin, pakiramdam natin lahat ng mga bagay na ginagawa natin ay may mali. This may sound cliche, but really, no one is perfect. Even the smartest person, the most beautiful person in this world can't do all things perfect. Can't do all things perfectly. Okay lang magkamali. Okay lang makagawa ng mga bagay na hindi ganun kagandahan as long as you try to make bawi in the future, diba? And you have a lesson that you learned from that process. Learn to accept compliments. It's very important that you accept good things that you earn from other people. Why? Kasi it somehow makes you believe that a part of you is good or can be complimented. I understand that a lot of people just ricochet all the compliments they got from others because they feel like it's not true. The truth is that these people compliment you because they see that you are beautiful, you are smart, you are doing great. So, tandaan nyo, words are powerful. And if you believe in these words because they actually are true, it could really help you become more confident. That somehow you feel like there are people who believes in you. Kumbaga, you have a support system when you get compliments. You are worth the compliment. Yun na lang sasabihin ko sa inyo. And also naman, pag may nakuha naman tayong confident, kung may nakuha naman tayong compliment, wag naman sana nating hayaan na mag-get into our head. Kasi meron naman mga tao na pag kinompliment sila, lumalaki yung ulo. So, stay humble, but also do not turn away compliments. Know the things that you can and you cannot change. Ito, I'm guilty about this. May mga bagay talaga hindi tayo kayang gawin. Okay lang na hindi ganun kasing galing ng iba. Kasi meron tayong mga kilala na may itsura, maganda, makinis, tas magaling pa sumayaw, magaling magsalita, confident, magaling kumanta, magaling sa art. So, what else can they ask for, diba? Ang tendency for us is to compare ourselves. Meron nga tayo mga parts sa sarili natin that we cannot change, na hindi tayo ganun kagaling sumayaw, hindi tayo ganun kagaling sa arts. But there are things that we can. At yun yung gawin na, doon tayo mag-improve kasi yun ang ating craft For example, kaya mo namang gumawa ng mga tula, why don't you focus on it? Mali mo, doon ka mag-grow. And that is not healthy because we grow at different paces. We have different abilities that we need to improve on, and we have different lives in general. At iba-iba talaga tayo ng ginagawa sa buhay natin. At kung titignan mo, meron din sila mga bagay na hindi nila kayang gawin. But what they do is that they don't focus on them because they know they can do better on things that they can do. So tayo bilang mga individual, let us try that. There are things that we cannot change, and that's okay. We can't deny that. But there are things that we can, and it might be a good thing if we start moving forward or taking action on that. Learn to speak up. Well, ngayong mga panahon na to, very critical na yung pag-i-speak up, especially about political issues or the issues that surround us in our society. But what we need to do is that, ito importante naman to, magsalita ka about your thoughts. Kahit pa hindi naman sa social media or sa friends mo lang, gusto mo mag-share ng thoughts mo, it's very important kasi kung sa sarili mo lang siya share, hindi siya mag-circulate very well. Hindi ka makakarinig ng mga opposing sides, hindi ka makakarinig ng mga against sa'yo, which will help you eventually grow. It's always better that you hear other sides or at least learn from them kasi that's how we grow, diba? through that, we became more confident that there are a lot of people who are willing to listen, and there are a lot of people who are also willing to educate you about things that happens around us. And lastly, this is one of the most important things that I can give you based from this book. Hang out with positive people. Uunahan ko na kayo, hindi naman lahat ng tao positive. At wag naman yung mga positive sa ibang bagay. What's important is that you hang out with people who have outlooks in life, who are, more on inspirational than those people who degrade themselves. Ako, personally, from my experience and my journey through this confidence, I always feel like I owe what I have right now, especially the confidence, to my teachers. Why? Especially my English teachers, because I felt like I was more free expressing myself in English language, and through them I felt there are a lot of things that I could improve on without them really pushing it to me. Alam mo yun, tinulungan nila ako kahit papaano to discover things, because they are positive that there are a lot of opportunities that would come my way if I will just be open to it. And that is the lesson behind it. You have to hang out with people who believes in you, who are positive that there is a future with you if only you are open to it. You have to hang out with people who corrects your mistake, and these are the people that will be really important in your life, especially lahat nangyayari sa mundo ngayon. Those are your friends, your circle will matter the most. Kung yung mga tao na nakapaligid sa'yo are taking advantage of your weaknesses and they use them against you, maybe you should consider changing a new circle. That's very important. Basta, piliin nyo lang yung mga tao na naniniwala sa inyo at hindi matatakot na itama ang mga mali nyo, and still after that will believe in you. So, we discussed a lot of things today. Thank you very much for tuning in, kasi this is one of the let's say highly requested videos about confidence. I just feel like I cannot wrap it up in a single video, but I will be here if you have questions about things like this, and I might share more of this on my page and YouTube. I may have other videos, so just stay tuned for that. And again, let me just remind you that you matter, that all the things you do matter, and your capabilities, your abilities are open to improvement. Just make sure that you are also open to it, and you're doing great. That's my reminder, okay? So don't stop yourself from doing great things just because you feel like you can't. You can. I believe in you. Okay? So, thank you for tuning in again. Once again, God bless to everyone, and I hope to see you soon on my next video. Char.